Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fate, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. Got another 5 beats, another 5 reviews, and actually, I just made some changes today, really. And it's I added the show to the Mixcloud site, which has some really nice streaming. You know, I think maybe some people had some problems with it, whatever, but overall, I think it's okay. You know, it's pretty good streaming. I had no problems with it. And anyway, so what I did was I also added the download link. So if you want to actually download the show and save it in MP3, you can do that too now. So just check it out. Go there to the Attack of the Beats archives, and then you can see the download link there, plus the stream, of course. And yeah, that's it. So we'll get right to it right away. First up, we got IllMuzik Pro with Speak Life. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was IllMuzik Pro with Speak Life. Now, actually, I haven't heard one of these beats in a long time, because this is one of those beats where it's good. It's the wrong sounds. That's it. I mean, I've heard many of those in the past and stuff. Actually, I haven't. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I heard something like that. But like the drums are great. I like the drums. No complaints on that. Whatever. But it's all the other sounds. Okay, and I'm assuming using some kind of synth, some kind of VST or whatever. And the beauty of that is that, of course, you can just swap out the sounds, right? So you just have the same recording that's there, the same pattern, and you just change the sound out or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what you're working with, but try to get some good synths to set up or whatever, some nice VSTs or whatever, because you have the whole thing right there. Everything's right there. You just need a better sounding synth. You need something that's just better. So find yourself some good, VSTs that you can use, something that sounds really legit, because the ones you're using, they just don't sound right, They sound, I don't want to just say cheesy, but they just don't sound good, let's say, So, but like I said, just keep everything the way it is, but just change the sound of those plug-in sounds. I mean, because everything just sounds nice. I like the patterns, I like the build-up and everything. It's just that the drums are great or whatever, but it's just the synth. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't heard one of those in a while, but no, it does sound dope. It's just, like I said, just change the sounds up, man. That's the only thing really you need to do, because if like for example, the strings, you threw those in there and that's great, but they're cheesy sounding strings. If you had something that sounded really nice, super smooth, one of these top-notch ones, then that would make a big difference, right? So, just keep the same, pattern that you recorded and everything, but just have a different sound. All right, so next up we've got Dob, or D-O-B, with Django. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Dob, or D-O-B, with Django. And actually, last week on the episode, the winner was 76. And at the time, for some reason, my brain wasn't working properly. So I'm all like, and the winner is SVNDY 76. I was like, oh, wait, hold on, 76. Okay, anyway. But, so forgive me if I pronounce people's names wrong sometimes. I'm just... I'm like, duh. Anyway. All right, so okay, so Django. All right, so this track, no, I really like this. The kick is a little heavy, but it's fine. No, I like it. It's a nice track because it's just moving along nicely. I'm nodding my head. It's dope. You got the nice guitar on the left, and I think on the right it was very low. It was pan right. It was maybe an organ or something, some kind of keys maybe. It sounded like it, and bass line was nice. I like that shit. The only thing really I was hoping for was that you would just change it up later on, like maybe at the halfway point or something, and just added something else in, like maybe make the organ a little more prominent or something, and or even some strings in there or something like that, because it's a nice beat. It sounds nice. It's just that I was just expecting a little something else to pop. You know what I mean? But besides that, the beat itself, I really like it. It's nice. Like I said, maybe the kick just ease off a bit. It's a little thumpy, let's say. So. But other than that, it's a dope beat, man. All right, so next up, we got Georgia with HG. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Georgia with HG. All right, so this track, now you got to be careful because I don't know exactly what you're aiming for here. If this is supposed to be more like hip-hop or whatever, or some other type of genre. I'm assuming it's some other type of genre because it doesn't sound like hip-hop to me, really. So it's very fast-paced, of course. You know, a lot of heavy on the synth. It sounds more like some kind of techno dance track or something. And that's cool, whatever. But if you're going for hip-hop, and that's what we're trying to review here, is the hip-hop tracks. You know, I mean, I didn't really hear much of drums or whatever, so it's mainly just the synth and all that stuff. But, you know, you gotta be careful, and because, you know, like I said, I mean, some of these synths, you know, like they may sound nice, but when you talk about hip hop, it doesn't really go with hip hop, you know. So in your case, yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I don't know what you're aiming for with this, you know. But for me, I wouldn't choose this as a hip hop track, let's say, you know. So I like the sound of the synths that you're using or whatever, but it's just that for me, it's just not hip hop. So I don't know. Send something else in and see, man, because I mean, like I said, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Some people just send the beat in. I don't know what they're aiming for exactly. So, but yeah. So send something else in and see if I can get a review on that, because this one, like I said, I mean, I'm trying to review it. The only thing I can say really is that the synth sounded nice. It's just that it's not like a hip hop flavor. You know what I mean? So I'd rather hear something more hip hop. All right. So next up, we've got MDF 1986 with Voyage. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was MDF 1986, Voyage. All right, so this one, you know, when it comes to trap beats, it's funny because this beat, okay, it's like it's got all the trap ingredients in there, but just something's missing. And the more I was listening to it, I'm thinking to myself, I think it's mainly it's missing like some kind of oomph, you know, on the mix. You know what I mean? Like it's just missing some kind of layer of smoothness on top or something like that. Some kind of sparkle on top. So I mean, you know, everyone has a different way of mixing or whatever, you know. So it could be that you're lacking compression in your mix. It could be you're lacking some kind of mastering plugin. You know, for example, I use Isotope Ozone, and that one's got presets. You know, it's really nice and all that shit. But I think maybe if you added something like that to your mix, it would make the difference. Because, you know, right now it's just, like I said, everything just sounds good. It's just there. The drums are nice, the bass, your keys and everything. But it's just that, I don't know, it's just like nothing's popping. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. You have to post in the forums, man. Ask some other guys that do that style, because their beats are like much more, in your face and really popping, so I think that's the only thing you're missing, because the beat, like I said, it sounds like everything's there, so the other thing is the keys, though, is that they're okay and all that, but it's just, I just think after like a minute it gets a little repetitive, it's a little bit much there, but that's when you can bring in some other type of synth and and just to bring out more of the track, you know what I mean? Because that's one thing I noticed in trap beats. Of course, you have the drums with the snare rolls and this and that, whatever, but sometimes it's when you have a certain synth that really comes in loud and stuff, it carries the track, not just doing like the way you had it, you know what I mean? So if you can bring in some kind of synth melody just to change it up or somewhat, but the main thing is the mix. I think that's what's really missing, because and I really could tell from listening to the snare, because the snare just sounds like a regular old snare, just hitting, and it's like there's no pop to it, I don't hear any reverb on it or whatever, just kind of like just a whack and that's it. So but so check it out with the mastering and the mixing, and see what you can do with that, because I think that's the only thing that's really, really missing. So all right, so next up we got the last beat. It's Vase with February. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Bass with February. Now this beat's interesting, because the only thing it's missing really is some vocals on top, because it's a hard hitting drum track. The bass is heavy, it's just the bass comes in on the kick every so often, and you got all those beeps and boops from the keys, and it just sounds really, really nice. I like that, and really, it's just, in a way, it's like I'm waiting for something to happen. It's just, but it's one of those beats where it's good. It's just that nothing is going to happen, because it's not that type of beat. It's the type of beat that needs vocals on top. So I think this would be perfect for an MC. I'd love to hear someone rapping on top of this, because that would be really, really sick. Because this is a nice beat. I like it. It hits hard. The mix is a little heavy, because it's definitely in the red for me. So actually, maybe you should send some tips to the previous member there, MDF 1986. Send some tips to him on the mixing and stuff to get it in your face, because this beat was definitely in your face, man. I had to turn my volume down and shit. So, but nice beat. I think there's just the vocals, really, man. Get some vocals on that shit. I'd love to hear that. That'd be nice. But on its own, the beat is nice. Like I said, it's just missing a little something, because it's I'm waiting for something to come in. But on the other hand, I know it's not that type of beat, right? So, but yeah, dope beat, man. Dope beat. All right, so that's it for me. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending the beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And here's my pick. My favorite beat this week. The winner is, drumroll please, Dob with Django. Let's check it out.